on the one hand, and condemning the fact that there's this huge outbreak of sexism, not only against her, if you look at some of the papers today, against almost every single leader. You know, Australians still have a serious problem, particularly as some Australian men, of dealing with the idea that a woman has power.
Which is, clearly there's a subtext of that, but this is, as you point out, still the woman who talks a tough game on gender, but as you say, backs David Feeney for Batman. It's really hard to reconcile those things, Grace.
Oh, look, it is, and I also do think, and I can imagine myself already being burnt at the stake here for saying this, but you as an individual in public life, you are treated in a certain way, and this is about relationships. The Prime Minister, in my view, has a dysfunctional relationship with the Australian populace, and there is an element there of responsibility that falls on her shoulders.
But it's not because she's a woman, it's because she is who she is, and I think those two issues often get seriously
Actually
confused.
not doing well at the job, regardless of gender.
Not doing well at the job because
That's
she's
right.
not doing well at the job, but then attacking her for being a woman is inappropriate.
Well, I've never heard anybody attack her for being a woman, say, how dare you, Julia,
Grace,
you are a
I
woman,
think you
how
should
dare
get out
you.
more often.
Yes, I think so too. Read
look,
some of the commentaries, read some of the stuff there. I mean, anybody that asks, which male Prime Minister has ever been asked whether his wife is actually having sex with him at that particular time or having sex with some other woman? I mean, they would not do it to a man.
I agree with that, but also I don't think it's appropriate for a Prime Minister to be showing her cleavage in Parliament. It's not something I want to see.
Come on,
what
Grace.
a load of...
Well, I think it's inappropriate and unprofessional.
Grace, can you...
No, I'm sorry. No,
explain,
Bernard, I'm not here to debate you. I think it's inappropriate and unprofessional, and I'm entitled to my opinion.
The Prime Minister being criticised
one at a time.
I'd like to finish my point.
is somehow not related to the fact that she's a woman. How can you...
Well, I'd like to
words
finish my
barren,
point, please.
Or George Brandis bagging her for not having kids, or Janet Albrechtsen bagging her for not having kids, how is that not related to her being a woman?
Well, I'm not going to defend any of those comments. All I'm saying...
But you just said she doesn't get criticised in relation to her gender.
No, excuse me, let me finish,
Hang on,
please. I'm not here to defend the Liberal Party. I'm not here to defend people that you perceive as right-wing. I am not one of the right, okay? What I will say, and this is my opinion, and I'm not speaking for women, and I'm not speaking for anyone other than me, in my opinion, as an industrial relations consultant, it is inappropriate to be in Parliament. It is disrespectful to yourself and to the Australian community and to the Parliament to present yourself in a manner that is unprofessional. In every Australian workplaces, we have certain standards of presentation and conduct. It's not just about personal presentation, it's about conduct.
I think you're showing a considerable prejudice against a woman who normally dresses very conservatively, very reasonably. And
well, I'm sorry, Eva, but there's been a number of photographs.
Why is the right so obsessed with the Prime Minister's body? I mean,
well, who says I'm right-wing? Excuse me. How dare you say I'm right-wing?
It's her breasts. Grace is upset about her breasts. I mean, geez.
I just think it's inappropriate. I don't want to see any politicians' flesh in Parliament.
Let's move along from body
Men don't
parts.
have breasts to show.
Well, some in the Australian Parliament do. Fine examples.
Some do, and they're well covered.